Genshin Impact's newest region, Nod-Krai, just dropped, along with a dozen or so brand new characters. These new designs got the people talking, okay? We finally got Alice and Varka, for God's sake. Today, I wanted to rank all 12 of the current Nod-Krai designs based on their visual design, but I'm not just gonna be giving my opinions. I hosted a little mini community survey last night to see what you guys think of these designs as well. So I'll also be comparing my ranking to the community's ranking for each character, and also discussing some of the comments you guys left me about each of their designs. Starting off with Flynn's. Oh, I've been waiting for him, as I'm sure everybody has been. I'm a big fan of purple and black as a color combo. Loved the eyes. He looks dead inside. That dusty, crusty look, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't sure how I felt about the long ponytail moment at first, but I do think it adds some nice dimension to him. Like, if he didn't have it, I don't know, it would kind of detract from the ghostliness. I love what Flynn stands for. I love the color scheme. I love the design. I love his aesthetic. I'm personally putting him in S tier right off the bat, but let's see what you guys had to say. The majority also ranked Flynn's in S tier. We had 44.1% of you guys saying S tier, 39.1% A tier. Who is this scrap of F tier? 4 of y'all said absolutely despise this design. By the way, really quick note, I actually did not include F tier on my personal tier list. I don't think any of these designs are an absolute F tier. It's my opinion that they kind of cooked in Nod-Krai in general. For Flynn's, I love the whole dark goth type look. The dark colors and placement just work. Would have been S if he was shirtless, but I guess it's a nice design. He's got that dark, mysterious look while sticking to Genshin's more familiar fantasy elements that we've been missing for a while. Also, he's hot. Next up, we have Llama. Speaking of fantasy land, goodness me, with the antlers. Based on my personal tastes, I don't know if this is like a knock out of the park for me type of situation, but I just don't think I'm like the target demographic here. Not in the way that maybe you're thinking, but in the like, you know, I like them a little darker and mysterious or a little more chaotic, you know? But I think this could definitely appeal to those who like more fantasy themed characters or, you know, like elven foresty type of situations. I do think she's gorgeous though. I think I'm gonna put her in A tier on my personal ranking. For me personally, if I wanted to push her up to an S tier, I feel like the outfit could afford to be a little bit more on the like ethereal side. It's very pretty right now, but I feel like it could be pushed up to elegant. As for the community's ranking, this time we have a majority in the A rank, 36.4%, followed not super close by S tier, and close after that B tier. A little bit more on the fence about Llama. Perfect character, beautiful design, and a naturey druidy feel. Oh, I like that. Her clothes are uninspired for a priestess. It should be more elaborate. Okay. Praise the archons for our first dendro mommy. I know. The colors here are wild. The bolt in her hair, or the screw, or whatever that is. You know, when I first looked at this, I was like, I'm not a fan, but I feel like that was the bias of not really liking the chibi models typically. I think as far as like chibi model characters go, this one is interesting. However, comparing it to the rest of the Nod-Krai cast, this one does stand out, and I'm not sure if it's in my favorite way ever. Overall, when I compare this to some of the other like really good designs we've got going on here, I think I'm leaning almost kind of negative on her. I know D sounds super harsh. If C tier is like I have no feelings whatsoever, D tier is just like I'm leaning towards not really preferring this one. When I think of Nod-Krai personally, I'm feeling this sort of like ethereal, lit by the moon, mysterious, cold energy, and I know it's just like not really reflecting that for me. Let's see what you guys think. Okay, definitely different. We have most B tiers here with 31.8%. Next, followed by A and also C tier. Aino also has the most F rankings that we've seen so far out of any of these characters, as well as the slimmest S tier percentage. Lots of short answers. Cute, she's cute, meh, mid, adorable, I hate children, child. She's cute and I like some elements of her design, like her flowy hair and oversized sleeves, but overall just not my cup of tea. Some parts are cute, but she looks kind of chopped, not gonna lie. She's so cute, I kind of want to punt her out of joy. Moving on to Miss Alice. She has finally arrived. I said this before, but like I'm just baffled that she actually rose to the standard that we all had for the past several years. I've seen so many fan arts proposing what they thought Alice would look like, and here she is, and she's just as gorgeous. In fact, this hat is crazy. Obviously giving witch, but it's also giving, like I said, that sort of like ethereal, almost like bizarreness to it. I adore this design. This one's going straight to the S tier for me. I'm gonna personally put this one above Flynn's. And it appears that you guys are in firm agreement. Alice definitely in the S tier from the community ranking as well. You can feel her aura from here. The witchy design and her hat are perfect. No notes, 10 out of 10. Could be more witchy, but it's still great. It's all about the hat. If you took it out of the outfit, it becomes just fine. She's beautiful though. Next up, we have Columbina. God, I love the blindfold. The lacy eye covering is just so beautiful. The realistic angel situation. Like, I cannot get that Hoyo Fair animation out of my head from New Year's. I know I might sound crazy for this, but like, hear me out. Something about the lack of shoes is giving it, like, add to the qualities that we're talking about here. When I see a character with no shoes, they kind of convey a certain thing. It's either rough and tough, like, yeah, I don't need shoes, you know, I'm like Sino or someone like that, you know? Or it's like they're delicate, you know, like, my feet cannot touch thine ground. It feels symbolic. Or she's fragile in a way, but we know she's not fragile. You know she's not gonna be. She's terrifying and I love it. Yeah, I really think that her accessories and her overall vibe really just carry her hard. I'm putting her in S tier. I'm putting her at the top. Every character is gonna top the next one. And as well, whoa my god. Okay, you guys are firm in the S tier status for her as well. She is also topping the community chart. Did anyone say out of almost 1,000 responses, not one person said this is F tier? That's incredible. Honestly, one of the best designs in the game. Loose yet elegant. Straight up an S tier. Very mysterious and angelic. I don't know, I'm just drawn to her and intrigued just from her design alone. Yeah, that sense of intrigue and feeling drawn to somebody, even if it's not like in your face, that's a marker of good character design. Next up is Durin. Okay, this one's a little bit mysterious to me. The horns are cool. I like the kind of demon-y or dragon-y vibe we're going for here. I like the color scheme. He's mysterious. I feel like I kind of want to know more before I throw him into S tier, but I do feel comfortable putting him in A tier. For me personally, I'm actually gonna put him above Llama. Is that crazy? I'm really excited to see how this translates to like his kit and what he looks like in the game. I love me a dark and moody character, okay? Whoa, okay. We have a majority S tier with the community ranking followed by A tier. Interesting. Wait, I gotta see what y'all were cooking about this one. Bro looks like he bumped 21 Pilots and Fall Out Boy in 2016. I'm definitely pulling for him. I do wish they'd given him something a bit more unique instead of just a darker Dahlia. From what I've seen, it's really good. Has room to improve once we see it all in more detail. That's how I feel as well. Okay, next we have Ineffa, which feels a little anticlimactic, I guess, because we've already seen her in the game, but she is a part of Nod-Krai. So y'all know I love androids. I love robot designs. I used to play League of Legends and Oriana was my main, and that's kind of what Ineffa reminded me of when I first saw her design. I loved this when I first saw this, but now that I'm looking at the rest of the Nod-Krai cast, I'm like, I don't know. That just goes to show how hype I am for some of these characters. I think I gotta be real. I think I gotta put her in B tier. I do like it. It's definitely above average for me. And I pulled for her. Did you know? Did you know? Nobody knows. I got her in a single pull. She loves me. I knew it. Meanwhile, I put her in B tier. She's gonna like retract herself from my account. Am I crazy? Like, okay, no, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. You guys, majority have placed her in B tier as well, followed by A tier and then C tier. Interesting. I'm not a huge fan of the design. I felt like they could have leaned into the robot part more and added more detail on the torso and legs. Yeah, I think leaning into robot mode would be cool personally. It's a fun design that's less typical of Genshin. That too. I think this is refreshing for Genshin when I first saw this. Next is Jahoda. This one is interesting. It's giving JRPG thief with like a funky stance before she attacks. The thing that I'm not the hugest fan of is this like cat ear cap. Kind of getting sick of cat girls. I'm getting a little sick of cat girls. I think I'll put her in B tier. I think I definitely am leaning more towards liking her. If she didn't have the cat girl hat, I think she would be an A tier for me. Whoa, Jahoda is all over the place in you guys' community ranking, but B tier has also secured the victory. Did that just jump up before my very eyes? C tier and A tier are like almost even other than that. D and S are pretty tight as well. Geez, this one's divisive. Meh, cute, meh. I completely forgot she's a part of the Nod-Krai lineup. Hopefully that changes once the quest starts. She's fine, but compared to the hype around all the other characters, she's probably gonna have a hard time standing out. The hat looks like bat ears. She just gives bat vibes. Wait a minute, is this a bat hat, not a cat hat? Wait, I think it is a bat hat. They're like facing in. I thought you were a cat girl, you're a bat girl. All right, well, my comment still stands. I don't like the bat hat. All right, moving on to Nefer. I love this one. I absolutely love all the Egyptian detailing we've got going on here. Also a huge fan of these like pointy finger covering thingies. Like Rosaria has similar ones. Absolutely adore the color combo of black and gold, or this like dark green and gold. I think it really pops. It's beautiful. I'm personally gonna put her in S tier. I'm gonna say a low S, just below Flynn's. Still a top tier ranking though, in my opinion. Ooh, okay, a bit closer on this one. Majority S, but also really close with A. So it seems like you guys also have her in like a lower S. She looks really interesting and her look is intriguing. Colors are fabulous as well. She looks like Cleopatra, very Sumeru vibes, really cool. I'm interested to see how the rest of her design will look like. Snake woman, she's so pretty. Yeah, she has fangs as well, I believe, which is cool. All right, next we have Nicole. Okay, I have to preface this by telling you a tale. When I was 3, maybe 4, every year on Easter, my dad would be like, you should wear a hat. And I was like, no, I don't like wearing hats. I don't want to wear an Easter hat with my Easter dress. I don't want to wear a hat. He's like, at least wear it for a picture, okay? It completes your outfit. So to this day, I see these hats and I'm like, it's an Easter hat. Damn it, it's an Easter hat.
That's why you don't like hats?
I get to add some visual flair, dude. I don't know. Her earpiece is cool though. I feel kind of meh about this one. Maybe it's just like, it feels kind of basic to me. She's pretty. I like the elvenness, but it's also not giving like an elvish etherealness. Might be biased about the Easter hat, but I'm gonna put her in C tier. I think it could lean heavier into fantasy vibes, Fantasyland, if you will. Let's see here. You guys have placed her in the A tier. A lot of S tiers as well, and a good amount of B tier. You guys are very nice. None of your characters have been placed anything below B tier so far. That's crazy. A lot of positivity about these Nod-Krai designs, I guess. Very bland and middle of the road. The blonde hair, blue eyes, typical waifu look. Maybe it's just that we don't know much about her yet, but her look does not jump out to me. Nicole's design has really grown on me. I didn't like it as much at first, but I like it more as time goes on. That being said, we're gonna move on to Sandrone. Oh, I'm biased. I love her aesthetic. Like looking just beyond the visuals, like wind up puppet girl thing with giant robo man who carries her. God, it's so good. I love clockwork doll situations, especially when it's paired with like a cold dead look in the eye. It's creepy, like spooky haunted dolls, like that kind of like Marut gothic thing. That is right up my alley, dude. Like I know it might not seem it because I'm all pink and orange on this channel, but like I love this. Okay, this is for me. I know that you guys are probably not going to agree with me on this one. I know the community ranking is probably going to diverge from this. I'm putting her in S tier. I think I'm going to put her like here, under Flynn's, but above Nefer. I just really love what she stands for. Okay, you guys put her in A tier, but there's still a fair amount of S tier rankings as well. Bro has the Ruin Guard Pro Max. Her clothes and silhouette are interesting. I find it nice how she mimics the Catherines, since I guess she was their maker, lol. I really love Sandrone, but my one worry is, will the robot be included with her like Svarog? I need the robot to be included. You can't tease us with her robot dad and not let him be part of her model. Oh man, that is a very valid concern. I feel like he's not gonna be like standing with her. Dude, he's like running behind her in the world. Boof, boof, boof. Oh, or even better, he's like carrying her like on a piggyback ride and you play as the robot. Oh my god, Genshin, please. And finally, we have made it to Big Daddy Varka, our last Nod-Krai design. I mean, what do you want me to say? Look at this man. Look at his baby blues, the scar on his face, the crazy fluff on his shoulders. He just looks cool. He looks rad. I was kind of afraid that Varka was going to be this like curmudgeonly old man. I mean, maybe that'd be a vibe too if he was old. He's got like a big old beard. This comes down to what type of manly man you are into, okay? Like, I feel like y'all put him in S tier for sure. I'm just gonna like guess off rip, but do I want to put him in S? I think if I'm being like really honest with myself, he's probably an A for me. He's like a high A. I think I'm gonna put him like here. This is like purely based on my own taste of like the type of character. You can tell what the vibe is here. I like spooky, witchy, you know, like mysterious, and then we go down a tier and it's kind of like a little more fantasy, and then, you know, let's see what you guys said. Okay, sure enough. Okay, this one was a little close. Majority was S tier, but we have a big percentage of A tier as well. And then it really drops off by the time we get to B. I expected him to be older looking, but he looks awesome. Like the scar and the more buff looking figure. Smash. Only improvement could have been some facial hair, but I have no complaints. He would be S tier if he just looked older or had a beard. Why is he a twink? He should have been Unk. Oh my god, you guys are crazy. Okay, so here is the definitive final ranking. Mine versus the communities. Relatively close, all in all. I think you guys definitely had a more top-heavy list than I did. This is just based on my personal preference, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Which Nod-Krai character do you think has the best design? Who are you the most excited for? I'm personally really curious if the Harbinger ladies are going to be playable. You know, we already got Arlecchino, so we know it's possible now. I think Dottore is gonna be up in here too. Like, what is he gonna be up to? I don't know. And let us take a moment of silence in advance for our wallets over the course of the next few months, because they will be suffering. Thank you. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you're interested in more Genshin Impact content. Enjoy version 6.0. Let me know if you're pulling for Llama or Flynn's, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!